The two princes were now kept in confinement at the Tower, and less was seen of them. The way in which Richard III had taken the throne meant he did not have a firm grasp on the crown, and it was obvious that Edward and Richard, Duke of York, were figureheads for all who opposed him. Edward was visited daily by a doctor who reported that the young boy was ill from some malady and was certain he was facing death. On the outside, this all looked very suspicious, and in late July, an attempt to rescue the boys failed. Soon, they made no more appearances, and rumours and whispers began that they had been murdered, and by their uncle, Richard III. He vehemently opposed the rumours, but did not produce the two princes to prove they were alive, or demand an investigation into their disappearance, which would have helped to clear his name had he been completely innocent. Although he was nowhere near the two princes when they vanished, it was thought he had instructed one of his knights, Sir James Tyrrell, to conduct the bloody plan for him. Sir James Tyrrell did, under torture, admit to having killed the princes, but he was unable to say where the bodies were, and evidence given under torture was always dubious. There were other suspects, such as Henry Stafford, 2nd Duke of Buckingham. He was Richard's closest advisor and aide, and when Richard was away from the capital, was effectively given temporary control of it in the king's stead. A contemporary Portuguese document suggests the suspicions that Buckingham had starved the two princes to death in Richard's absence. Evidence to support this includes the fact that when Richard III returned to the capital, the two men had a blazing row about an unknown matter. Buckingham also rebelled against the king only a few months later in October 1483 and was beheaded without trial in November. This suggests, if true, the king had found out what Buckingham had done and had decided to punish him for it without making details public, which would threaten his own position.